What's going on, everyone? This week, footy finals happened. We've got nothing else written down, so let's get into the song. What's going on, everyone? We're here with episode number 120 of the Storm the Beach podcast, talking about all things great and garbage from our sports viewing this week. What's going on, fellas? Don't all jump in at once.
I was giving clear non-verbal cues to Matt.
That is his main mode of communication.
Yeah.
Non-verbal.
I thought he'd understand.
He was like that until he was 7, in fact.
You got him.
I had my umbilical cord wrapped around my neck twice.
That's because you knew you were coming out as a North fan. End it before it begins.
Save money on a rope.
Oh, no. How are you doing, Isaac?
Yeah, great. Thanks for asking. Been a pretty good week. Another very warm weekend. Prepping for a housewarming party, trying to get a lot of stuff done. Changed my area down here slightly. We'll be changing it further. So check out the YouTube and do a little comparison between last week's, this week's, and next week's videos. But you'll have to watch the whole video to be able to tell the difference. And then leave a comment once you spot it.
And then like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Yeah. And then sub on Patreon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Keelan, what's going on?
Oh, mate, big week.
Oh.
Cool. Get up to much?
Yeah, no, I got up to a few things.
Oh, yeah. Anything interesting?
Yeah.
Any free activities or activities that should have been free that you paid for?
Yep. No, Sean and I did the Ironman 70.3 in the Sunny Coast.
Congrats.
Yep. So that's for all those unfamiliar with triathlon, that is swim, bike, run. It's that simple.
Yeah, nice.
Yes, we did that. That was a 6-hour endeavor on Sunday. Yeah.
That's so long.
Yeah, 40-minute swim in the ocean. That's 1.9 kilometers, and then faffed about in the transition area for a bit, getting dry and then getting dressed again. For context, the pros take 1 minute and 20 seconds from swim onto their bike and then riding off. Mm-hmm. I took 8 minutes because I wanted to be comfortable because the bike ride lasts 3 whole hours, which hurts the bum a little bit. So that was a 90k bike ride in just over 3 hours. And then another 8 minutes in transition because I had to go to the loo. There was a line, dude. There was 6 portaloos and there was a line of one person in front of me. I was like, So it made small talk for 35 seconds with the dude. I was like, I didn't think there'd be a line, eh? And he's like, yeah, neither did I. And then 2 urinals freed up and we both walked in. Not urinals, sorry, portaloos.
That's glorious.
Yeah, and then a half marathon to finish, which was like a 2-hour endeavor. I keep saying endeavor. Mm-hmm. Please excuse me.
Pretty relaxing day then, by the sounds of it.
Yeah, and then we went to the pub and I got a beer.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Which was actually probably the weirdest experience of the whole thing because, hear me out, ordered on the QR code a pint of better beer because they didn't have anything good. I was keen for a Guinness and they didn't have that.
Oh, there's no way you're drinking a Guinness after doing a Ironman triathlon.
Yeah. I wanted to, and then they didn't have it. But so ordered a pint of better beer, and then like fucking I don't know, 10 minutes later, like no one's got drinks. Chick walks in, I'm like, oh, where are the drinks or whatever? And then she walks away and then comes back and she's like, oh, yeah, so we don't actually have any better beer. Do you want anything else? And I was like, oh, what other beers do you have? And she's like, oh, I don't know, I'm the wrong person to ask. I was like, what?
You work here, right?
Yeah, sorry, do you work here? And then I was like, all right, whatever, just like another lager. And then the dude comes back, someone else, sorry, comes back with, and he's like, a better beer that's now a Great Northern. And I was like, sorry, if I wanted to fuck myself, I would have just stayed home, dude.
Could have just had a delicious, really large glass of milk instead after your triathlon.
This was like,
would have hit the spot.
We had to like go get our medals engraved and like walk all the way back to the transition area, which was like not near the finish, and pack up all our stuff in there and then pack up the accommodation. So this is like, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours afterwards, maybe 2 hours. So the stomach had settled a bit.
Nice. How do you swim 2Ks and not fall asleep immediately?
Is that often a problem for you while swimming?
Yeah,
I can't even picture swimming 2Ks.
Fucking narcolepsy, dude.
No, like I'm imagining you finish the 2K swim and you're like, all right, and then you just collapse, fatigued.
Well, some people were walking out of the water, mate. I was like, nah, fuck this. Ran out of the water. I'm not fucking around. Or shit to do.
On all fours. like our ancestors.
Yeah, no, thank you. But
that'd be so hard to see.
It was exciting because you swim out of the ocean, right? So of course you have your obligatory try and catch one of the waves in. Yeah. I don't know how more people don't do it, to be honest. They're just kind of faffing about. You can see people just like faffing about leaving the water. And you're like, nah. I'm fucking going for one here, dude.
Get a little boost.
Yeah. Just for the fun. I mean, you totally tire yourself out more trying to speed up for the wave, don't you? But
true.
More fun that way.
Very true. Any chafing issues or the like?
I didn't pull up with any. I thought I was going to have some on the bike, but then turns out my wet stuff was just sitting a bit funny. Like, because you wear the same shorts for the whole time. Yeah. And it was just a bit stuck.
Well, that's a relief.
So I adjusted and no chaff. Thankfully.
Nice. That's good. Well, I spent probably equal to, maybe slightly longer than you on Sunday sitting on a mower.
Ooh. Cricket pitch is looking good then, or?
The field's in pretty good nick.
Nice.
Needs a final run over the pitch.
How's the outfield rolling?
Fast at the moment.
Good.
Very quick.
Sick. Yeah. Playing one of them T10s or whatever they call them. Super.
The
something.
Super Euro League.
Yeah.
Fields.
There's going to be some fielding like that for sure, I think.
Matt, how are you actually?
Not great. Feel a little bit sick.
Oh, fucking way to bring the mood down, dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
Is it all this going out and about and stuff? Like, you go do a couple of shows with a bunch of comedians and, like, I don't think you're shooting backstage, you're all kissing.
All the shaking hands and kissing babies at shows.
And babies aren't immunised just yet for COVID, so they probably gave you the vid.
No, Sunday was good. I'd work Sunday morning, work at a supermarket. Before it opened, I had my speaker. I was playing music. I'm 29 years old. Everyone I work with on a Sunday is 18. There was constant complaints. What is this music? What is this song? Well, too bad it's my speaker.
Listen to like anime soundtracks or some shit, dude?
Nah, it was just like...
Probably AC/DC.
Not drill rap.
Oh, so it was... You were listening to like 50 Cent.
Nah. I don't know, like Talking Heads. Maybe ABBA would come on.
Oh.
Maybe a Kesha song out of nowhere.
A little bit of 303 action.
What about Hunters and Collectors? They make an appearance?
Oh, absolutely.
Sweet,
time of year for it. Tis the season. Dust them off.
No,
Mark Seymour's
know.
coming out of retirement again.
Let him out of his cage.
it's a funny thought that like at 18 you're an adult as well, but being 29 and around 18-year-olds, you kind of view them as like little kids. And so when I was making the playlist, I'm like, oh, I can't put 50 Cent in there. It's a little bit inappropriate, don't you think, for the workplace?
There's a very distinct difference between you and Leonardo DiCaprio that I'd like to point out.
You should get credit for that, actually. Everyone seems to be on his bumper about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it turns out they love 50 Cent. And yeah, hunters and collectors, not so much.
Pussies. They need to grow the fuck up. I mean, you are in Ipswich though, right? So they're probably NRL fans and have no idea who hunters and collectors are.
Yeah. You could get away with Hoodoo Gurus though, because there's the What's My Team NRL remix.
Ooh, it's a good shout.
Although may be too young to have even heard that on the TV.
And they'll probably, if they did, they'd probably sing What's My Team like without realising that it's not the original.
Yeah, correct.
Correct.
Probably true. Yeah. Matt's roaming around supermarket of choice, like Gandalf amongst hobbits. He's millennia old, and they're mere 100 years.
Since we're there, Rings of Power, Season 2, Episode 1.
Is that the only one you've seen so far?
That's the only one I've seen so far, yeah.
Yeah. Matt, you're going to have to get up to speed, buddy, because we're going to...
I've seen it. I'm up to Episode 2.
Oh, good.
Perfect. Okay, well, this is the official
spoilers.
Skip ahead warning.
Skip ahead.
Probably, I don't know, let's give ourselves the hot 10 minutes maximum.
Yeah.
So he's totally Gandalf, right? Staff was very Gandalf-esque, flickering between walking cane and literally Gandalf staff.
It was a bit. It was a bit shepherd's hooky, and then Gandalf staff. It probably is, although they're dropping a bunch of fat hints of like lines that he said before, etc.
Yeah,
in the main trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
It probably is big, slap in the face, but it may not be.
I think it'd be more interesting story wise if it wasn't, and he'd just been dropping all these fat hints, and then everyone's fully convinced that it is Gandalf, and then it's not.
Yeah. Heading east. There's a couple of blue blokes that headed out east and were never seen again.
Yeah, but this bloke's not very blue, dude.
Not yet. Maybe he hasn't found the right shirt.
Reckon there's a Uniqlo out east?
Oh, actually, I did want to say, I very much enjoy how the show visually sort of conveys and shows like the lust for power, I suppose. Because like that's something you can read about, but seeing it visually is pretty cool. And even though it's like just another credit to the great Tolkien, but he nailed it, obviously. But anyway, the point is, like with the rings, it's like the whole time I can't help but feel like or like the real life similarities to say every politician that's ever existed. Where, anyone who's a normal person in the world goes, "May I see the ring?" And they go, "Yeah." Like they get real weird about it. And it's just like, yeah, like that guy that goes, "Whatever your values are, I'll fight for those values." It's like, no, he just wants to keep the ring for as long as he can. I don't know. It's pretty cool. It's a good book.
It is. Yeah, it is conveyed pretty well. They are pretty nice looking rings, to be fair. They do look pretty sweet.
They look so sick. I do like
Like even the guy just holding in the bag, he's like, "Oh god damn, like,
Yeah.
it's a nice bag."
The guy holding in the bag, the oldest elf in Middle Earth.
Uh-huh.
I do like that they didn't just cop out and use the like the One Ring theme, because you know how they hint at the you know whenever the ring's out in Fellowship and whatnot, and there's no real like knowing what's going on yet, but they're still hinting at that theme. They're not hinting at that in this, obviously, because they're not that ring, and it's nice because I feel like they could have cheaped out and just been like, powerful ring, cop this theme, but there seems to be some other theme building, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good so far. The dwarf lady has less NPC type dialogue so far this season, which
she's not in the first
enjoying.
episode yet. Don't skip ahead to episode 2. How dare you?
I've already skipped ahead. Was she not in the first one?
Nah.
I can't remember.
Did you watch them
either.
back to back?
I did.
No. Oh, on separate nights I did.
Yeah. I mean, when you're watching the same TV show for, 3 hours over the course of 2 nights, when does one episode start and one episode begin?
Yeah, given I watched all of the last season in the lead up to that as well every day.
No, yeah.
So,
which season's which?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Trying to think of the difference between the episodes. Has there been any
There was a lot of Sauron origin.
There was a bit of time travel in the first one as well. A bit of quick teleport,
Yeah.
saved teleport locations around the map from a couple of characters, which it's fine, I guess. I mean, that happened in the first season with the boats from Numenor. It was like, oh yeah, we're leaving, and then they were there.
We're there.
Yeah, it's like they went up, the biggest river in Middle Earth, but it took all of a screen wipe to a new opening scene. It's like, okay, sweet. So yeah, I guess that follows the rules of the show so far.
Yeah, well, I was actually thinking about why they did the flashback thing, because it seems like cheap in a way, but also if you're doing where they started the story and the way they did it with the whole like Sauron reveals, like an interesting way to do it, like an interesting way to start off, because I feel like a lot of people were like liking Halbrand as a hero.
Yeah. That was so trippy. I was like, did they, like, I knew that they had recast the one guy, the elf guy.
Yeah.
But I was like, do they just have to recast both of them? What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And then he just looks slightly different. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Whatever. I was confused for a portion of time.
But like you can tell they've been planning that the whole time, though. The exact way they did it, you can tell they were planning it like that.
Yes.
Because all those flashback scenes with Halbrand, I think they shot versions of them separately, because there's some of those like one-line flashbacks where they're like totally like different delivery, like way more sussy, like, haha, you're totally evil though. And also the what's it called? Oh no, I've just lost my brain. Oh yeah, his mate. What's his name? What's his mate's name that starts killing him?
Dwarf guy.
He's not a dwarf. He's a fucking elf, dude.
Adder, that one.
Adar, yeah. I was going to call him. I couldn't remember. I was going to be like, oh, let's call him Aaron for. Was it close enough? So, like they've been planning that. Like they didn't just like bitch it seemingly, because Adar does have that line in the first season where he's like, I don't. What did he say? Something about not knowing who he is because Sauron's in your face or whatever.
Yeah.
And also Sauron is dead. Like he genuinely thought both of these things. It's like, okay, yeah, cool. They are like actually following like a plan.
Yeah.
They've had from the beginning, which is nice.
Yeah, for sure. They They Caesared him. They're all just
I literally said that to Emma. I was like, "Oh, big Julius Caesar moment here, innit?"
everyone got a lick in.
Yeah, dude. You got absolutely fucking hammered, bro. I was like, yeah. And I was like, as soon as he picked up the crown, I was like, oh man, that thing looks dangerous.
Man, that thing's pointy. Better be careful.
Oh.
It's heavy and pointy. If you drop that, it's going straight through your foot.
Damn, whoops.
Yeah, wasn't expecting to see Venom feature. Little crossover. Interesting.
Look, it's a representation of a soul or something, isn't it?
Sure, yeah.
I don't know. I think a lot of people online. I saw a lot of people dwelling on it real hard on the internet. And I was like,
embodiment of darkness, which was just a black blob.
Yeah. And it was like the cutest rat of all time that gets fucking munched on too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like halfway to it was like a potteroo, dude. But yeah, just let him be. It's just
he became a bigger blob, right, as he went.
Yeah.
Why don't he just do the blob thing and just become the biggest blob? Like, I feel like that would have been the quickest solution. How do you kill a blob? You can't. You just get consumed via blob.
Look, man, I don't know the physics of the blob.
They don't have pressure washers. Like, they're not going to wash him away.
But look, he ended up being some amalgamation between a rat and a lady. So I don't know if he was choosing what to become or if it was just the combination of all things, and he's just like this mixing pot person now.
Yeah, true. So he's got like ladies' long hair, but handsome rat face.
Exactly.
Like all the celebrities.
Like Jeremy Allen White. That's a really good way to roll back into the previous episode, actually. Nice.
All right, that's been 10 minutes for those who've skipped ahead. Any other thoughts, or should we move along?
The show still looks pretty. That's all I've got.
It does look very good.
If you haven't watched it, just watch it, man.
Yeah, it does look very good. I can't wait to get your thoughts on the Middle Earth Tusken Raiders that turn up in the second episode, because they're pretty sweet looking.
They're very, very briefly there in the first episode.
Yeah. Their armor's pretty sweet.
Are they literally like descendants of the elephant riders in the trilogy, or?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, it lines up because the elephant people are Easterlings or whatever. So
correct.
Yeah.
True. Oh,
they got pretty sweet armor in the trilogy.
Speaking of, during my mowing adventures on the weekend, the grass was very long and some of the clover was very long, and there was a few cane toads like hidden in the tall grass, and I would like see them coming back like after mowing a strip, and I felt like that guy on the mama kill going like fucking mowing down all the Rohirrim on their horses on my ride-on mower, getting the cane toads.
I can't wait for Legolas to come along and just fuck you up like you mow one day.
There's going to be a giant toad that just throws a spear straight through me.
That still only counts as one.
And then my mower's going to go crashing into the fence.
That'd be sick. You'll be there bleeding out. And we're like, no, why is that? You'll be like, oh, it's a cool reference though, isn't it? So cool.
All right, moving on. Matt, do you have a minute that you want to do?
No, not today, unfortunately.
Bit too unwell to put in a good minute. All right, moving on to Butcher of the Week. Nominations, Butcher of the Week. Don't all jump in at once.
fan of the show. Zach has put in English cricket. Sorry, my mouse was
Consumed by a dark blob.
by the fucking Lord of Darkness. So English cricket. So once again, Bazball has failed to Baz or ball. And I've got a quote here from Joe Root that shows just how rooted they are.
Nice one.
Sorry, I'll do it myself. That's fine. All good. I've got it. Joe Root has said, this is ex-English cricket test captain, Joe Root.
Mm-hmm.
We are not always going to get it right all of the time. I don't think we played our best cricket this week. And that is going to happen from time to time. Coldplay can't be number one every week.
Yeah, but they still have some hits.
Yeah. I just find it funny that maybe the whitest dude on the whitest cricket team on the planet first jumps to Coldplay when he's talking about being number one.
Could have been a little bit of a play on words, given their current state of play is on a bit of a cold streak as well.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, look, I guess he's technically not incorrect in what he's saying, but there's got to be good times for there to be bad times. So technically, they haven't had any bad times yet because you can't hold them up and compare them to any good times that they've had, which they also haven't had yet.
That's probably good for Matt then. With the whole North thing.
True.
Let's hope.
No, Matt's old enough to remember when they were good.
Sadly.
Which was a long time ago.
I'm just scrolling back to recount the score. Sri Lanka won by an entire 8 wickets.
Tough look.
In England. Yeah, and that was like the first game, first test win in England in a decade.
Yeah. Probably had a bowling advantage on the, notably good spinning pitches over in England.
Got him.
All right. I'm going to nominate...
Nick, nominate.
I'm going to nominate defense in the other football code in the NRL, specifically in the wooden spoon bowl.
That was funniest thing of the week is jumping onto KO to watch real football, real Australian football, and seeing KO marketing it as the wooden spoon bowl killed me.
Tough look.
Yeah.
It's like if it was called the toilet bowl in the NHL last season. But yeah, the mixing bowl, the wooden spoon bowl. West Tigers versus Parramatta Eels. Overs betters would have been love and life. It finished 26-60. Usually if you score 26, you've won. Like that's a good winning score, The other team might score a bit less than 2018 or so. 26-60. You can probably imagine who West Tigers 26. So you can probably imagine who finished on the bottom with the wooden spoon.
That's the thing. If you win the wooden spoon bowl, you don't actually win the wooden spoon.
Correct. You get the bowl instead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was right there all along, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
Would you rather lick the chocolate cake batter off the spoon or the whole bowl?
Well, there's more batter in the bowl.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Case in point.
And then if you're really bad, they just give you like a cake beater.
Yeah.
but like
one of them.
one and like the old style, just like metal ones, and you're gonna have to like put your tongue all up in there.
Get
and
to
like
practice.
it gets a little bit like uncomfortable. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Matt's been practicing for 29 years. He's so ready. Oh, Matt, where'd you learn to do that? Oh, geez, I don't know. Guess you could say I've eaten a lot of cakes.
Nice.
But yeah, even worse news for the West Tigers. There's no draft in the NRL. So winning the wooden spoon gets you absolutely nothing but mockery.
Oh,
I can just imagine them standing in the locker and look around. Where's Benji Marshall? That's it. That's the only West Tigers player I know.
Yeah, I mean,
West Tigers player I know.
You're not incorrect because he's currently the coach. So tough look. He probably just got in his car and went straight home.
No, they wouldn't know where he is. He's fucking hanging from the ceiling in the locker room.
Oh, no.
Jumped out of the window of the coach's box.
It's difficult. It's really difficult to be a really successful player in a sport and also a really successful coach in a sport.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's not
Can't
many
think
that
of any examples.
Yeah, not many that transitioned over that well.
Don't skip ahead. No, it's always sports that have like an actual midfield though. Pep Guardiola,
Yes.
Mikel Arteta, you know.
It's always sports where doesn't involve one person starting 10 meters away from another person and smashing their head into them as hard as possible.
It's weird that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very strange. Any other nominations?
Yep, there was one, but I've put my mouse away again. Hold on.
Oh, I've got some AFL news hot off the press here.
Oh, that's nice. I've got Chelsea Football Club.
Okay. Have they
Done
got
anything
more
different?
players
Nah,
somehow?
They haven't really done anything new.
So they're just going to perpetually be on there until...
No, I've got it. There you go. I just got an email with the same AFL news you're about to read out later, which is great news because there was rumours about that too. Oh no, I've just been hit with sign up for the New York Times. Here we go. All right. I was going to put this in the shit list, but then I was reminded that the shit list is when we expect better.
Yes.
At this point, we very much don't expect any better at all from Chelsea Football Club.
Very true.
So the biggest story at Chelsea FC is finally out in the open. It's been reported that Mr. What's his name? Oh, there we go. Todd Bowley and the majority shareholder, Clearlake Capital, their marriage is in tatters.
Oh, no.
They have problems. It's not a real marriage. It's only a financial marriage. But, yeah, there's been a breakdown in relations between Bowley and the Clearlake co-founder, Bechdad Egbali. And so originally Mr. Bowley was, a little bit more involved in football things when they did the takeover. And then because he's a very sensible businessman, he decided to step back and let professionals do their jobs. Whereas Mr. Egghead, sorry, what was his name?
Egghead.
Egghead
Barley Belly, I think.
Bedad Egg Barley. Has been very involved in and been a big influence in sporting decisions, which is it just makes sense because with a name like that, it sounds like he's playing with someone else's money, and and that by someone else's, I mean an entire nation's worth of money.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going to Google where he's from, but he sounds like it's, that kind of situation. So he's been like actively flying and partaking in the buying of some of their big signings in the last 18 months. While Mr. Bowley's like, maybe we shouldn't spend $1 trillion. Is essentially the summary there. So I would like to also apologise for any bad things I've said about Todd Bowley. He seems like a more sensible dude than I originally thought.
Fair enough. I don't know. Sounds like a bit of a loser to me. If I ever had enough money to buy a professional sports team, I'd be all up in it. I'd be telling them how to play.
No, stop it. Yeah, don't be silly. But like, yeah, this man literally flew to sign Mudryk. He was highly influential and led the negotiations in Chelsea, paying a British record transfer fee of 120 million for Enzo Fernandez on deadline day of that same transfer window.
So I think he needs to work on his negotiation skills.
So yeah, I think Chelsea FC and more specifically Egg Barley needs to be put on the list of some sort of butcher, and I'll just confirm what kind of butcher that needs to be.
Probably a poultry one, I'd say.
Yeah,
I was
gonna assume it was gonna have. He's Iranian American, so I'm gonna assume it's probably probably not beef then.
Certainly not
Or
pork.
am I getting mixed up?
Yeah,
No,
absolutely
no
not
pork.
pork. Yeah,
No pork.
Definitely not.
yeah. Highly likely goat.
Almost certainly.
Yeah. Signs point to yes.
So the Islam food restrictions, yeah. So he can't drink. Oh, that explains why he's putting his fingers in so many pies.
He likes pies.
I just said he can't drink.
As long as they're goat pies.
Also, fuck you. I had Yaddy pies on the weekend, pre Ironman, and that's why I did a pretty decent amount.
That's why you had to take 8 minutes to go to the toilet.
It was just a wee. It's only a wee.
It's a long way.
Well, I also had to,
Drinking like a fish on the swim.
I also had to tie my shoes up and make sure I had all my nutrition and whatnot.
Bloody hell, it's long. You had to untie your shoes and whip it out of your sock.
Dude, some people piss all over their bike, all right? I wasn't about that.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah.
That seems pretty Chad-like.
For a full Ironman, they're on the bike for 6 hours, and, you very much have to drink and eat while you're on it. So people just, go to the toilet while you're riding your bike.
I suppose if you shit yourself, it's a little bit more
No,
padding.
not like that. They're not shitting. There is portaloos on the course, but, these people are trying to save a couple of minutes.
Yeah, that'd be brutal.
If you're shitting yourself, you're not fucking saving anyone, dude.
Imagine the chafing and the caking.
Oh.
All right, moving on to the shit list.
The shit list. Speaking of movements, don't skip ahead, but Carlton, we didn't have huge hopes for them at the Gabba, but they certainly did a lot worse than people were expecting. But credit to them for not taking a full 57 minutes to score in that match. They took only 56-59 to score. For those wondering, a quarter of AFL is 20 minutes plus time on. So it took well and truly into the second quarter for them to score any points. Don't skip ahead, but you probably don't need to. Carlton didn't win. It wasn't a defensive masterclass between both teams.
For context, things that last less time than Carlton not scoring.
All three of us combined.
What was that? Sorry. Yes, and
a frozen Coke in front of Matt. True.
The first third of Return of the King.
That's a long ass movie.
That's a long movie. Yeah. And me swimming 1.9 kilometers. Just to put that in perspective, a professional football team took 20 minutes longer to score than it did for me to swim 1.9 kilometers. That's fucking outrageous.
Terrible. You think it... Maybe they were... I don't know. Maybe they were a new side into the competition, just starting out.
Yeah.
No, this was the first round of finals. This was a top 8 team.
Yeah. With some of their names back from injury, actually, there.
True.
Yeah, some of their big goal kickers, like Mackay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to leave early, unfortunately. But
no worries.
Before I do, what do we do about the shoo-ins with the 2 games?
I believe we're at the point in the season where we can pick whatever.
Oh no,
not looking great for you there, Chief.
Not looking good at all. Oh no. Alrighty.
You can have a think about and shoot it through. We've got, Adelaide Oval, Port Hawks, NG Stadium, Giants, Lions.
Are you shooing now? Are you shooing right now?
No, I'm just thinking of like some other way we could potentially sort of like make it fair in a sense, but
I mean, we're all on the same points.
We are all on the same points.
Somehow. It's almost impressive.
It is impressive. I wish the point difference wasn't so scary. I will have a think about it. All right. I'll be going off early.
All right. All right.
Just don't press end session for all, please. And please once you leave, just leave your tab open until your upload's finished. Thanks.
I think I'll just disappear for safety.
Oh, you're just turning your camera off?
Yeah.
Please turn your microphone off too.
Of course.
Yeah.
Just sitting there listening.
The second the camera turns off. Instantaneously.
Just to clarify, did that sound effect I just played go through live?
It did.
Damn it,
Very
dude.
loud.
I was trying to get it ready. So I'll do the bit anyway. Just everyone forget that I played that. Matt, you can leave now. Thanks. Oh, dude, I guess Matt forgot to mute his microphone.
Oh, he's screen sharing with sound.
Yeah. Tune into the YouTube to see that. Now it's kind of odd because he's in the middle of the screen for me. I'll just full screen you. There we go. That's worked out much
better. That's the play. Yeah.
That's the go.
Great option.
So Matt, your first recap.
Like for us, he posted them in the chat.
Yeah.
Up first, we had Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide 7-12-54, Geelong Cats 20-18, 138. Matt wrote, another awkward Sunday dinner at the Scott Manor as Chris is officially inducted as the favourite son, with the blasted Baja men touching down in Victoria, scouring the streets of Footscray. Oh, no, that's the second one. He's put no gap whatsoever.
So that was all. That was all for the. Okay, yep. All right.
Short and sweet.
Where did he post these?
In the studio chat, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Like it,
Yep.
yeah.
Interesting. You know what? No, you can. I don't want any spoilers. All right, here we go. Port and Geelong. Kane Corns complains about Zach Butters being too soft after getting subbed out in Port's 84-point loss to the Cats on the weekend, which is ironic because Kane seems like the kind of guy to complain when his butter is so hard it rips holes in his Wonder White extra soft toast cooked on the one setting of the world's weakest toaster and still ejected halfway through cooking.
Pretty good.
Yeah, see what I meant by I was extrapolating so aggressively that it was going to go one of two ways there.
Yeah. It was, you had the idea and just kept building.
Yeah, I couldn't keep it concise. I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Commit. Send it.
I wrote a couple because I finished my first one and then a different idea popped in my head, so I wrote the second one as well.
Nice.
First up, very matter-of-fact newspaper-style headline. Cats play lights out with power off on Adelaide Oval.
Nice.
And then second up, we had Power fans revisit their September kahink for humiliation, receiving fourth final spanking in a row at paws of dominant Cats.
That was pretty good. Also, sorry, I forgot to do the thing.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
Yeah, it was the whole Matt leaving thing that really threw a spanner in the works.
Yeah. Look, I'll be honest. Had the game on. We was that evening? Yeah, we had
Thursday night footy.
Yeah, recently acquired a rooster. So I was woken up very early on Thursday morning, and by very early, before the sun had come up, well and truly at like 4 o'clock.
Before the cock doth crow.
Yeah. So I've had, but before I get to that, so I was quite tired and I was watching the last of this game in bed and I was watching it laying on my side with it resting on my phone charger and fell asleep before the end. To be fair, I wasn't very heavily invested because it was pretty clear what was happening. Looks like I didn't miss much. In fact, I missed an even worse drubbing than what the score already was. So it's fine.
Yeah, I very much didn't care about this game. And the result has made me care about it even less.
Yeah.
But I'd like to point out that one game into finals, my bracket is incorrect.
Yeah. Yeah, tough.
So not great.
Not a great start.
No, I didn't think Port were going to be that bleh, but turns out they are indeed that bleh.
Yeah, correct. But yeah, speaking of Rooster, Sam's named him Jack Sparrow because he sort of walks a little bit sideways sometimes and has his wings out. Mainly when he's courting the females. So it's not bad.
But that means you're going to get less eggs. Is this all a ploy to get less eggs, more chickens? But that in turn gives you more chickens?
Yeah, potentially, I guess so.
Which gives you more eggs, sorry?
Yeah. It's a long game thing. But he's also quite a randy character, so I've named him Barry McCockiner. So I've had some fairly nicely worded conversations with Barry about waking up so early, 3:34 in the morning, given it's still pitch black. It's like, if the sun comes up, fine, mate. But I've even put some acoustic panels in the coop to try and absorb a bit of the sound because it was so loud.
Oh, no. Baz.
Yeah.
No, not Baz, mate.
Yeah. Oh. Baz, mate. Very noisy. Their coop is just, a shed with the front of it's open with, wire across it. And
pointed directly into your bedroom window.
Yeah. So, it's pretty rough. So, yeah, put some acoustic panels in there on the ceiling and hung a bit of AstroTurf over the opening in the front. So, hopefully it absorbs it a bit.
Gone for a plant wall then.
Yeah, I didn't hear him this morning, or not terribly early anyway, but apparently he did. He was up and about again.
You might have just been snoring louder than he was. You know?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Probably true. All right, moving on. Most important game of the round, perhaps.
People are saying it. Dogs Hock.
Dogs Hock. Hock dogs. Get your hot Hock dogs. All right, Matt had with the blasted Baja men touching down in Victoria, scouring the streets of Footscray and locking up all the doggies. The Hawks were free to fly around the park, taking everyone's snags. I should probably say the score. Bulldogs 9862, Hock 14-15, 99.
It is a kick your goals moment, unfortunately.
A little bit.
But also, to be fair, Culture Deer had fucking goal of the year with it's not goal of the year, is it? Because goal of the year will be fucking Harley Reid taking 7 bounces and running through the center of the ground and then kicking it from 50.
Yeah, goal of the year is not a finals award, unfortunately.
I know. Look, I know the technicalities, all right, but I just meant it was really good. He Cristiano Ronaldo suied. He even got the self seal on the defender as well. Like, he was absolutely prime. Not Cristiano, actually, because I don't think Mr. Sui would have been as good. More of like maybe a Zlatan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
a bit more aggressive,
just dominant body.
Yeah, which is ironic coming from not ironic. Ironic's a word, maybe not the right word, but a bit funny coming from Culture Deer, who is maybe the skinniest person on the field.
Not the shortest, but he's in the conversation for skinniest for sure.
Yeah, he celebrated his first goal. I think it was his first goal, which was that one from maybe 45 out on the boundary at the pocket, the classic drop punt from the pocket instead of the snap as well.
Yep,
and he celebrated that so aggressively with the double bicep, and the camera highlights hit the slow-mo on the double bicep, and you could see every single blood vessel in his arms. He's that small. It was just like the most, but good on him because he's 19 or whatever.
Mm-hmm. It's like
and he kicked 3.
Praying mantis.
Yeah, actually praying mantis. Yeah,
yeah. 3-4 though. Unfortunately,
3-4. Yeah,
could have had a real bag, but still not bad.
It happens every time. Actually, the commentators say he can kick. Literally every time the commentators are like, he has a chance here to kick his career best.
Oh yeah,
4. He's like, nah,
probably not.
Behinds for the rest of the day. You know what? Might not get the ball for the last quarter, actually. But yeah, actually, recapping, I have a problem with Hock recaps in the way that mine kind of suck because I try and make them not just so aggressively like double wristing the Hawks.
Why not? We are biased sports journalists after all.
I thought we were non-biased. I thought we were...
No, completely biased.
Because if you say biased journalist, you're like, these days, that's a bit of a double positive.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
You don't even have to specify that you're biased.
Yeah, correct. Exactly. Yeah, that's right.
Well, I've got Hock prove once again why they aren't a team to forget about this year. The Wizard has the whole of September on holidays away from Hogwarts, so watch out, everybody.
Pretty good. I've also got a mention of Hogwarts in mine.
Good.
That was, making the rounds, and there was, I don't know, what looked like 10,000 people with witches' hats on in the crowd. Yep. They certainly weren't Wizards' hats. There's a key difference.
No. But like Wizard hats are a bit cringe because they're more like that blue, almost like Santa style hat with a fucking
bit sloped,
bit
curvy, bit floppy. Yeah, definitely, and probably more expensive and harder to obtain in bulk from China. Whereas those witches hats clearly all packed down one on top of the other, 2,000 of them in one box.
You know that every single reject shop in a 20-kilometer radius of the G was just getting absolutely hammered for that costume.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have been surprised if they actually just got them all from Alibaba for like 17 cents each. In a big,
True.
big shipment straight into the Port of Melbourne. They just walked them across from there.
Oh, a bit of a further walk. They weren't playing at Docklands.
True. The old dogs couldn't learn quick enough to keep up with the young Hawks' new tricks. Charmed by the magic of Hogwarts, the men in blue were running around like lost puppies as Nick Watson's wizardry up forward summoned 4 Goldemorts to help the Hawks capture Ginnivan's golden drink snitch.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
Mention of Ginnivan, celebration of the week. Obviously, is him cracking a cold one.
Yep.
Running around. That was this week, wasn't it?
It was.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yep. Mark of the game was probably fucking Wizard jumping on his broomstick and flying across the field.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there you go. There's the bias. All the awards went to Hawthorn on the night.
Yeah.
0 awards to Libba, and I don't know, literally any of the star-studded Dogs midfield, especially not Tim English.
Oh, certainly not.
No, he had less than half of the hitouts that Lloyd Meek did.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing Lloyd Meek come up against Sam Darcy in the ruck is like the silliest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's like that. It's like the metal bloke from the X-Men standing next to Car Yard Tube Man.
Car Yard Tube Man.
Also, I have seen a bit of doing the rounds on Facebook of some Footscray locals checking all local Melbourne pounds for lost Bulldog Marcus Bontempelli, because he was nowhere to be found.
And from what I could tell, he wasn't particularly getting properly tagged either.
No, he was just up at half forward.
Yeah, he just wasn't in the game.
Yeah,
he just actually wasn't playing.
I'm just like, oh yeah, our best player's not really getting a hard tag.
No,
we'll probably just move him away from where the ball is, and everyone else can just get it to him. Turns out that didn't happen.
No, which you shouldn't have to do. You shouldn't have to move your best midfielder up forward when you have someone, say, on an extended contract who could play that key forward target role. I don't know, someone who happens to naturally kind of play half forward.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, Tim English certainly wasn't making his way up the ground to get forward for a goal because he was getting bodied by Lloyd Meek everywhere on the ground.
He was getting hammered, dude. He did get his one goal.
Yeah, always good for one.
Yeah, good on him or whatever. But just wasn't enough. I'm trying to find the ins. I can't find the ins and outs. Can you not see them after the game as easily? It's below the lineups, isn't it? No, it's not. I thought I saw this earlier. I couldn't remember who came in. Might have been Josh Ward. Or did he play the week before? I can't keep track. But Josh Ward got 9 tackles on the night, dude.
Pretty good effort.
Yeah. So, yeah, sorry, just wanted to shout out the boys.
Very good. Very good. All right, good to move along.
If we have to.
I mean, you can just enjoy it for a little bit longer if you'd like.
No, sorry, I do have one piece that I didn't want to write down because it would have totally spoiled. There was no way I was writing this down without someone realizing exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
At 21 years old, 21 years, 92 days old, Massimo D'Ambrosio is the youngest former Essendon player to win a final since Essendon last won a final.
I did see that one.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
I believe next youngest is Adam Sard. And it goes all the way up to Damien Hardwick at Port Adelaide.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. Pretty wild, isn't it?
It is wild. Very wild. All right. Good to move along.
If we must.
Saturday at the SCG, we had Sydney Swans 13-10-88. GWS Giants 12-10-82.
GWS caught selling grand final tickets behind SCG away stand before Swans catch them with their pants down and send them packing to the Greater West.
Pretty good. Matt had Sydney Sachi squabble sees Sydney almost secure Sydney's spot, like the sun rising the next day. Oh, that's God! He's so bad with his spacing.
I like that he forced the alliteration.
Yeah, actually pretty good.
Yeah,
actually pretty good.
Sorry, I was being serious. I did like it. Yeah,
very good. Very simple. I had September soiree at the SCG. Saw all of Sydney's horses and all of Kingsley's men come together in finals once again.
Literally.
In what seemed like an insurmountable lead, Heaney moved mountains and stood on the shoulders of giants, slotting 3 goals to surge Sydney into a late swan dive to complete the gigantic comeback.
Nice.
Yeah. I was driving back from the Gold Coast for the first 3 quarters of this match. Got to hear all of the last quarter, listened to all of it, and then I watched like the last 5 minutes on my phone. I was like, yeah, it's, 3 and a bit goal lead. Going to be a fair effort to get it back, but still possible. And then it just all kept going Sydney's way.
Heaney activated the clutch mode.
Yep.
He said, hold my beer.
Chad Warner had no clearances in the first 3 quarters and had 7 in the fourth.
Large.
Yeah.
Very tackle-heavy game too. Peatling with 12 and Rowbottom with 11.
Getting busy.
Large tackle game.
For sure. And Isaac Heaney definitely took what would have been Mark of the Year if it was
regular season.
Finals were included.
Yeah.
But shout out Jack Buckley for saving his life.
Look, I don't know if he would have died, but I'll tell you what, his mum's definitely very thankful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Publicly very thankful, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jack Buckley, Stephen Adams handshake meme, saving a bloke who's jumping over you to do a better job than you at your sport.
Ooh.
He was well and truly up there.
Yeah.
Like he was, he had a long way to fall. He was 2 blokes high.
He was in the air for a long time after getting the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a big fall.
Absolutely.
Very lucky that, whoever you said the Giants player was switched on enough to help him on the way down.
Flip him a little bit on the way down.
Help him off the ladder.
Yeah.
And also the Heaney's leg placement was textbook as well. Like in the nook, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't a sniff of knee in the back of the head or anything like that. Heaney just kind of planted himself exactly where he needed to be. Found
like the best foothold he could.
Yeah.
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
And was there very solidly. It was up there for a long time.
Yeah.
Long time just hanging out.
Probably the least amount of adverse impact to the Giants player as well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
Everyone won except the Giants, who lost by 6 points.
Yeah. Tough look. But, reversing recent records of Sydney derbies in finals, which have mainly gone the Giants' way in recent years.
Could still get a grand final between them.
Yeah, Matt's bracket is still alive. His grand final prediction is still well and truly alive at this point. I know he had some stuff wrong, obviously, Hawks, Dogs.
Yeah, idiot.
But his grand final's still possible.
So was mine though.
Yeah, true. Likewise. Don't skip ahead.
Well, let's move ahead then.
Yeah. All right, at the Gabba we had Brisbane, another 14-15-99 score. To Carlton,
I hadn't noticed that. That's rude.
11-5-71.
Giving the drubbing Isaac gave them in the shit list segment, you probably, if you hadn't watched the game or seen the score, you probably weren't expecting them to have kicked 11-5. That's uncharacteristically accurate for the boys in blue.
Mm-hmm. Especially given it took them just shy of 57 minutes to score, and they still kicked 11 goals.
Yeah. I've gone straight to the point here, actually. Not much fucking around. My headline is Brisbane successfully beats traffic cones by 28 points.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good. Matt's Paulie Space headline was, like the sun rising the next day, Brisbane win at the Gabba. Pretty fair.
Yeah, we've tied there for the award of most direct.
Pretty fair. And I had, with the Gabatoir geared up for peak season, the Meatworks made a meal out of a cash-graded Carlton, beating the bag off the Blues. After a busy first shift, the Brisbanians processed the pasta producers, sending them packing to be served up with the linguine on Lygon Street.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've got a funny side note about linguine.
Okay.
Yeah. I know you're not expecting it. But I mentioned the pub after the Ironman on air, didn't I? With the beer. Yeah.
Yes.
So same pub. The gluten-free option was a pasta, so they just made it with the gluten-free thing, and Sean's mum's gluten-free, so
yep.
It was a linguine something or other. So she orders that and asks for gluten-free option and whatnot. And they bring it back out, and he's like, like we're sitting in a booth, so we're sitting quite low, and he's holding things up high. We can't see it. He's like, linguine, whatever the fuck it was, gluten-free, and then he puts it down. I look at it, and it's fucking like it's penne. And it's like, I get that, like, you bought a different pasta, whatever, because it's the gluten-free option.
Yeah.
But, like, just say fucking penne, dude.
Yeah. The linguine's not the name of the dish. It's the name of the pasta.
Fucking muppet, dude. Oh, it killed me. It killed me a little bit. But yeah, sorry, that's my linguine story for the day.
Fair enough. Enough. Who had the linguine that's now turned into penne?
Yeah.
No, pretty good. Yeah, look, the Lions phoned it in after a 9-7 to 2-1 first half.
Mm.
It was a 5-8 to 9-4. So same amount of scoring shots in the second half.
They took the whole second half off, actually. Those are all Carlton kicking the wrong way because they couldn't remember which way they were going.
But yeah, absolutely decimated. Not really surprising to anyone, I think. Matt and I had a joint multi, so we're very, very disappointed at Hugh McCluggage, who finished on 24 as the third most out of the Lions. It was getting sweaty at times, given Carlton were terrible, and we had Mackay needing a goal and Charlie Cameron needing a couple, which ended up, coming off. Late in the fourth quarter, I think it was, Cameron still had only had one, and then he had somehow found himself in the goal square about 3 feet, like Hullen territory, out from the line, and it spilled to his feet, and he's like socketed it through. I was like, oh, thank Christ, that one's good. Surely McGluggage gets, whatever it was, 5 more disposals. And he got a couple pretty rapidly. And then as the siren went, he was the player with the ball in his hands. Needed one more disposal, and he faffed around for like half a second too long. And as the siren went, kicked the ball.
Didn't even have to be an accurate disposal, Hugh. You just let everyone down.
Exactly. And I will note, big AFL, hand in hand with the bookies, obviously huge partnership with Sportsbet. Didn't credit him a kick, which, to be fair, was probably accidental, but it fell in front of him and definitely hit his legs and went forward.
You can't dispose of the ball if you never had it.
Soccers do count as kicks.
I don't care.
But I think they may have to be deliberate actions.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So.
And we know how they feel about deliberate actions.
Yeah. Disappointing from the bag man. But yeah, not really a surprising result.
The bag man. Grow up.
He's always overweight. He's got to pay for the extra. He's got huge McLuggage.
Is that then what's it called? AFL News.
AFL News. So hot off the press. Mac Andrew extends to 2030, the longest contracted son on the list. How good. Love to see it.
With talk of other clubs trying to poach him, that's happy days.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's seeing the vision now. You know, players are wanting to come in. Boys are wanting to stay. I feel like Matt Rowe's probably the next biggest name to re-sign. Charlie Ballard's in talks, I believe, on re-signing as well.
I did see rumours.
Yeah. But, huge news. Big Mac locked in for 5 more years from next year, which is fine because I think he's only like 22.
Yeah. Like
it's not an 8-year deal and he's 26.
No. Yeah. Gets me every time, dude.
So, yeah, very happy about that.
Love to see it.
Some sad news coming out of Hawthorn with Frosty, who looked like a completely different man this season.
Yep.
Ruled out for the season.
No, he was at training today. It definitely wasn't Josh Weddle wearing his shirt. But yeah, Hawthorn fans, were obviously a little bit disappointed. But it was a nice little thing to see one of your players wear another one of your players' shirt when they're out for the season to training. It's a nice little, good to see they're all getting along and they actually care about each other. Because I can't imagine they do that kind of thing at, your Essendons and your St Kildas.
Look, probably not.
Probably not even your Norths.
No, also probably not.
No.
Also probably not.
Sorry, Matt. And you've covered these other two parts. Old mate.
Oh, Matt has put his recaps down here. Much easier to read. Should have read them.
Old mate is coming in for Frosty Sarong.
Yes. Not the Dockers Sarong, unfortunately.
Which is it Jai?
Jai Sarong is coming in, I believe.
Jai is coming in.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. So yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Look, with the rest of the back line firing as it should be, I'm not overly. Look, I probably could be worried, but I am trusting the process here.
Trust the process.
Yeah. I do have to just keep in mind, there is, still James Sicily and Jack Scrimshaw and Josh Weddle, who are all happy to make sure the ball doesn't even enter the opposition forward 50.
Mm-hmm.
They're all happy to take a big intercept mark when time arises. So
yeah, should be fine.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Should be fine. That being said, skipping ahead to this week's games, Port forward line aren't looking at crash hot anyway. So
it doesn't have to be like that. You don't have to double down so aggressively like that.
Quick chewing recap.
I'm not that
Matt,
superstitious, but like, fuck me, dude.
quick chewing recap. Matt had the Dogs, who
Woof, woof, woof.
who lost by 37. Tough look.
Not great for him. He was not looking good on margin to begin with.
No, exactly. He really needed that one.
Yeah.
Really needed it. That being said, we're all on the same point still. All now, I guess. You had the Swans who won by 6, and I had Brisbane who won by 28. How good. So the standings now go yourself, Keelan. We're all on 17 wins. On margin, it goes yourself, 521. Me on 479. Matt on 276.
Man, that Hawk shoe-in a little while ago is still paying
The
dividends
double
on the
Hawk
margin.
at the end of the season was
Yeah,
huge.
wow.
Little 100, almost 190 point addition to the margin in 2 weeks.
That's massive.
Pretty good. I guess Matt praised that this week the team he's picked wins by 100. And the team that we pick don't win and lose by 100, I guess.
Yep.
To give him a bit more breathing space.
Look, there is 4 options to choose ultimately.
There is.
I haven't opened Instagram, so I'm not sure what he's chosen. But obviously, if he picked just the exact opposite of what we picked, or I don't know if we picked the same thing, but if we both picked whatever, if he just picked the opposite of what he thought we were going to pick, that would get the season over and done with nice and quickly. Maybe,
yeah.
It could send him to the absolute shadow realms. So that would be interesting, but we'll see.
All right, should we get our tips in then?
Yeah,
Adelaide Oval, Port, Hawks. Man, you got to take Hawk.
Yep.
At this point,
Big hard Hawk.
You got to, get both hands around them. It's hard. They're looking so good.
Yeah, it is.
That was unintentional.
That was nice. Well, I think it's hard in the way that you probably expect Port Adelaide to get absolutely drummed up internally after last week's very public shithousery. Not shithousery, but just poor display.
Yeah. Ken's gone if they lose this.
Yeah, there was talk earlier in the year that he might win Coach of the Year if they won the granny.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, they were getting booed at home games. They were losing. I don't think you can. Coaching isn't just about wins and losses. I feel like you have to instill some confidence in both your players and your fan base, right?
Exactly. And there was a lack of that given. I don't remember if that was this season or last season where they were putting like signs out on the road near their headquarters saying, Hinkley out. Not ideal. But I think he's been there since like 2013 with, not a whole lot of success.
Sorry, I said yep like I knew that, but I don't know if it was 2013 or not. He's been there a while.
Fact check correct. With not a lot of final success, unfortunately for him. So I think it could be the last straw.
Yeah, I think that kind of award as well. I mean, it's obviously a side note to the tips, but that kind of award, Coach of the Year, is almost you could feel it as either a most consistent or a most consistently good or a most improved. I think you can. Correct.
Yeah,
I think it is a award that can quite easily be based on the previous season's performance as compared to this one. So,
absolutely. I would think most of the time, it like most improved is slightly more weighted, or it seems to be that way anyway. But yeah, you gotta take Hawk here.
Yeah, facts. And while you're at it, just take Sam Mitchell for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, good shout.
Because you don't even have to take in previous season's performance. You can take in the first 5 games of this season and how he turned it around pretty quick smart as well.
Within season, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, Hawk margin is a very tricky one to pick.
Yeah, it could be anywhere from 1 to 124. So I've gone for 24.
That seems sensible. That's usually my my pick for, large-ish wins.
Mm.
All right, and then NG Stadium, the Orange team versus the Lions.
This is tough. But I think I have to go the Giants because I thought this matchup was going to happen in my bracket. Yes, I did. I thought this matchup exactly like this was going to happen, and I picked the Giants to get through on that.
So you're going to stick with...
I'm going to stick
with the bracket.
With the bracket.
Fair enough. By my bracket, I believe I had Lions getting through this one, so I shall do the same.
Wowee.
So Lions it is. All right, get those in. Matt has submitted his shoe-in of the week. Only 2 games to select from, so we can all just pick whatever. He said if Keelan tips Hock, I can only hope they lose and Giants win, so I will shoot Giants.
What if... Hear me out.
Bold strategy.
No, hear me out. Right. Mm-hmm. What if we both shoe the Giants?
We just all 3 shoot the Giants.
Because of his margin.
That would be so
because he left early, he has to go first. Next week we can do a scissors, paper, rock like we used to, but he's left.
True.
No, I'll shoot Hock.
I don't think I can shoot the Giants while tipping the
that would
Lions
be
to win as well. I feel like that's in breach of the rules.
I think we've had that happen, but I think only with our own teams. I think it's happened where Matt's tipped North because maybe they were going to win, but then he shooed the other way. Or I'm pretty sure that's happened before, but only in that kind of rare circumstance.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough.
But yeah, put me down for a long hard Hock.
Wrap your laughing gear around Hock.
Yep. I will even write them down. I'm so helpful. I just typed in God Wars Dungeon instead of GWS.
All good. All right, I'll put them in the spreadsheet anyway. This is certainly tricky. Do I go head-to-head with Matt and take the Lions? Or do I go Hock? But if we both lose, because it's the earlier game, and Matt wins, he obviously jumps ahead, but we then hope he loses too.
It's tough because you don't want to...
The smart play because of your margin is to go Brisbane, right? Almost.
Well, yeah, because either way, you're ending up...
If I go Hock and we lose and Matt wins, I'm on the bottom.
Yeah. By yourself, not even margin.
Correct.
Yeah, correct.
But I can go head to head with Matt. But that's a guaranteed swing either direction.
Oh, sorry. I just misspoke. I was saying it the other way around. Yes. May as well take Port. Hey. It is tough. I think
tough.
You kind of just have to go which one you think is more likely because there's no way to game it either way there.
Yeah, exactly. Which is even harder, to be honest. Because Brisbane's, underdog by the bookies. But I'm also, not particularly confident in them, even though I've selected them with the bracket.
Yeah.
I still think they should win based on form over the Giants. But I think it'll be another close one, like much like their previous game too. I don't think it's going to be a blowout either way.
Let's put it this way, actually. Thought of another angle.
Mm.
If you take Hock, you get it over
Which
and
I
done
don't
with.
mind doing, yeah.
If you pick Brisbane and Hock win, you're gonna have to wait from Friday night to Saturday, knowing that you could have taken Hock.
Yeah.
It could go the other way, to be fair.
Regrets.
It very much could go the other way and be like, oh, dude, glad I didn't take Hock. But,
But I could be waiting around and be like, oh, I should have known.
Yeah. What's the worst of the bad options,
I feel like I have to give myself a better statistical chance of getting it. Or matching up with Matt in that I don't put myself in a position to have a guaranteed change of ladder position.
Yeah.
Either way between us. I think I have to take Hawks and hope they win.
Yeah.
And then hope that Brisbane win as well. But if either of those things don't happen, if Hawks lose, God forbid,
because if the tips
again.
go exactly how the game's go exactly how you've tipped, you've crushed it at that point.
Yes.
Matt is bottom by himself.
Yes, exactly. Screw it. Hawks. That way.
Sorry.
On
Hawks aren't playing. I don't think.
Hawk.
Thank you.
Hawk.
So you've got Hogwarts, and I've tipped Hockmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also that way, not worrying about a result on Saturday night when a certain event is happening, and it.
Oh, very true.
Footy may not get my full attention at that time.
I didn't realize it was a 7:30 p.m. game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have been watching mid-afternoon either because that's prime cricketing hours.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
Could have had the radio on.
Could have had the
behind the stumps, but
yeah,
7:30 p.m. is definitely a stretch for watching that. To be fair,
So yeah, definitely going to go Hock.
Lock it in.
Enjoy that Friday night. Locked in. So we got Hock Giants.
Dude, it's got Duck Goose energy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I just like to quickly point out that I am the highest ever I've been in a AFL tipping comp.
I didn't know you did drugs.
Shut up. In the history of us doing it, I'm sitting in fifth right now.
Equal fourth too.
I'm playing finals.
On margin and everything. Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah, me and Jay Boozle are absolutely living the dream.
How about Big Z right at the top? Stop the count.
He's not been listening to us enough.
Yeah, he's finally started ignoring what we say.
Or actually,
beforehand.
Mr. Joe Keane is overseas. I wonder if he missed a week. He didn't miss last week, but he also, stupidly enough, tipped doggies.
Yeah, tough look.
Oh, Jay Boozle on the doggies Giants double feature. He did chip Geelong though. He knew something different.
The joke is pretty consistent. He's also second in the NRL tipping comp.
Oh,
yeah.
He's a Geelong fan though, isn't he?
A Boozle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Big cat guy.
Which is weird because why?
It's a good question because I'm pretty sure most of his family is Pies fans. So, not entirely sure.
It's the inverse of the Ultron household.
Yes. Correct.
Ew. Anyway.
Very strange. All right, that wraps up footy talk.
Football, innit?
We're not into football in it yet. We've got like
Ah,
two other
fuck.
sports.
Fuck.
Um,
I've got one. I've got one for NHL
Yep.
because it's such a relaxing,
Magical sport.
magical sport. Yeah.
Hockey on ice, presented by Disney.
Hockey on Ice, the musical.
A little bit of news. The Oilers have re-signed Leon Draisaitl.
Yep.
Playoff, very good player. He's got the Aaron Norton treatment, 8-year extension starting next year.
I feel like you've been saying his name for a while. How old is he?
Good question. Got to be mid-20s at least.
Because that is the full-on Aaron Norton treatment at that point.
Yep. He's even older. He's 28.
Holy
deal at 28.
shit. Is there a clause in there that he can become coach?
Yeah, 8-year deal, average annual value of $14 million a season, which is, I'm pretty sure that's the largest value contract signed in the salary cap era of the NHL. Almost
When you
positive.
say average, is it front loaded or back loaded?
They tend to do a lot of signing bonus stuff, so very heavily front loaded, because then they can, as they age, I suppose, and potentially get worse, they're cheaper.
Yeah, I was going to say that makes sense, but then, big stars and stuff. I feel like Buddy's deal was pretty backloaded at
His
the
was
Swans.
backloaded, yeah. Which was weird. That was a super duper mega deal as well.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so that's good for him. What a guy.
Yeah. So
He does have a cool name. Both his first name and last name sound sick.
$112 million contract. So that's on top of his other contract that he signed in 2017, which is last year. Currently, which was $68 million.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then they've got McDavid to re-sign after this coming season as well.
Nice.
So I imagine it'll be similar, if not a little bit more value.
Is he younger?
I think so, just.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 27.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very much just.
Slightly younger. But also, like, big contract hit. A couple of guys are going to take up a lot of the salary cap. But also in the NHL, they've started increasing the salary cap because they've recovered from COVID now. And players essentially had some of their salary go into escrow to go back to the owners of the teams who paid for, stuff during COVID. So we're technically sort of out of pocket, if you will. A bit like how the AFL had to get a big fat loan against Dockland Stadium as collateral, which is wild. Similar to that, but I believe all the escrow is now sorted amongst all the players and owners. So they're increasing the salary cap every year about, 4 or 5 million a season. So contract will be peanuts by the time it's finished.
Yeah. Jeez.
But pretty wild. Oilers gearing up for another run. They just need a goalie.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
They've got 8 years to do it.
Yeah. All right, a little bit of cricket news.
Yeah, cricket.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you.
It's so long.
That's what
we need
didn't say.
Actually, I was about to say we need like a goal horn or a slap shot noise for NHL, but I don't hate the magical hockey on ice sound. Now that I've thought about it,
Yeah, maybe we could do that. And I think we just need a different one for cricket though, because it inspire much.
I mean, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, but like,
Maybe how's that?
yeah, maybe we'll record one this weekend.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we'll go to a local local sporting event and get the crowd to do a big how's that for us.
In your yard, dickhead.
You don't want to do the Peter Jackson method where we go to a local cricket event and record the crowd chanting for us.
Nah, I'm all good. Yeah, we'll get the crowd chanting "How's that?" in the black speech of Mordor. That is the black speech of Mordor. All right.
Nice save, dude. All right, cricket news. Josh Inglis set a record for fastest men's T20 century for Australia. 43 balls.
Asterix. It was against Scotland.
Asterisk, pretty big asterisk. It was against Scotland, but
still a legitimate match, not a friendly.
Correct. They don't ask how, they ask how many.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, Scotland may have their freedom, but I'll tell you what, they don't have fucking cricket.
No.
They don't really have their freedom either, do they? Like they
not really.
There's an idea of a border between England and Scotland. That's about it. There's not even a time difference. There's a bigger difference between Queensland and fucking New South Wales, dude.
As far as if you convey an idea as a figment of your imagination, that's what the border between England and Scotland looks like.
It does get prettier though.
There's probably a sign. It does get it's
weird.
More
like a fade.
Like, you find yourself a mile into Scotland, and you keep looking ahead and it's beautiful greenery, and you turn around and it's just like dark clouds and greyness behind you.
It's the equivalent of you look back and it's the wall at the north for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly.
Except it's not a wall. It's just grey skies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's too windy in Scotland Sea to have grey skies because the wind just blows all away.
Blows them away. Yeah,
that's what they don't show you in the photos. It's fucking windy.
Mm-hmm. It actually rains off the coast there all the time, but because of the wind, it falls on Scotland.
Yeah. Forecast for rain 20 kilometres off the coast today.
Yeah, exactly.
But the 80 kilometre an hour gusts are fucking tossing it everywhere.
But yeah, if you were to climb, I think Ben Nevis is one of the things in Scotland. If you were to climb that and look towards England, it would be like looking from Pride Rock.
Yeah. Everything the light touches. No. Not over there.
But official match, official record.
Yeah.
Put it in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out, Josh.
How good. It's the benefit of having your own legitimate T20 league. Great for your local talent.
Very true.
Not good enough for India's local talent though, I guess, but whatever.
No. Although we haven't seen vast improvements across the European nations yet.
Dude,
it's a slow build.
No, shut up. I said like legitimate. Like it is the premier 2020 competition in the world, I'd say. Might not be the one with the most money because the IPL obviously has infinite money essentially, but
yeah.
I think the competition of the cricket is probably better in the Big Bash.
It's certainly better than the Euro League.
Everything's fucking better than the Euro League. Well, we're going to play in your backyard on Saturday.
Euro League.
Definitely could throw straighter than them. I might pop into Rebel Sport tomorrow, I think. Get a few swing kings for the lads.
Yeah, nice. There is, I did check my Wahoo cricket kit. There is a ball in there, one of the, rubbery ones. But
nice.
If you could bring a couple of swing kings as well.
I'll get the kit that has the pace ball and the spin ball if they've got that, because that's a fun one. Yes,
if you could, that'd be great, because I love bowling. Spin first.
Yeah. Spin first, ask questions later.
Yeah.
Forecast
for a bit of rain tomorrow, so hopefully not a terrible amount. Fingers crossed. Keep the field dry. Friday's cloudy but not raining. Saturday also not raining at this point, so
Lovely.
That's good. It might, get the field nice and green and lush. But I will have to do some reconnaissance and field condition checks on Friday to determine best location of pitch. Which pitch on the block we're going to use.
Yeah, just don't get the mower out on Friday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might be might be on pitch 1 far left, perhaps.
Yeah. I'll be at Waddell Pies at 11, and I assume after the sun's up nice, so you'll be doing the lawn then, won't you? 11 on Saturday.
I was thinking about when to do it. I really wish I got some sort of a rolling implement, but alas, I did not. But I should be able to scalp the lawn down a bit and see how we go. Make it a bit shorter.
As long as it's a different colour, so we can tell that there's a pitch.
Yeah.
Then that's all that matters, I think.
I'll get the string lines out and get it nice and get it nice and good, and get spray paint out and spray a crease in.
That'd be such a treat.
Yeah. But yeah, I may mow in Saturday, I think, rather than do a final mow and roll.
Just
Saturday.
Don't do it too early when the condensation's out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's asking for it.
Good point. Take the broom down there, sweep the condensation off.
No. Put the covers out Friday night, actually. Make them skin tight to the ground, then no air can get underneath them.
That would be actually very funny if I went and put a cover out. That would be very funny. I think the biggest problem is the main amount of moisture comes from within the ground, not from the sky, which is unfortunate.
You can put a cover out tomorrow before it rains.
I'll find a nice high spot and put a cover out tomorrow. See how it goes. It'll just soak it up from around it, but see what happens. Might sort of burn in the pitch though a little bit. Kill it off a little bit.
No one will think any different. They'll just be like, fucking burn the sugarcane in it.
Yeah. But yeah, see how we go. Should be fine.
Nice.
Should be okay. Got it all planned out. I have to get my the dimensions sorted so I can
regulation, please. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll try my best.
Thanks.
Might go. Maybe we'll go stumps. Wahoo stumps at non-striker or bowler's end. We'll just have one end. And then maybe just wheelie bin for ease, or maybe 60 litre garden bin.
Just make sure that I guess it depends. I feel like most people generally prefer hitting leg sides, so make sure leg side's not towards the house.
I am going to do batting end towards the road, facing back towards the house. But not it.
Yeah, okay.
You're going to have to be Josh Inglis if you're going to want to hit the house.
I've got no sense of scale because I've never seen it. So, yeah, fair.
Quite large.
I'll bring a big hat.
Have you got a really long rope for the boundary?
Oh. Well, in that case, no.
Question about cricket field setup and also one you might receive on a first date.
Dude, there's no way people are asking that on the first date.
Why not?
So, that's a bit too forward, isn't it?
I bet gay blokes ask it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. They're a bit more confident and sexually forward, aren't they?
For sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's football, innit?
Good shout.
Thought I'd squeeze it in.
Mm-hmm. What have we got? We had a break.
Not much.
The Prem played, 3.5 games and then went on a break, which is sick.
Yeah, the line was set at 3.5 when we hit the under.
Yeah.
But now, look, we could tip it, I guess.
Get our Kurtz out.
Matt's not here to fall asleep, so we could have a quick tip.
This is true. Kurt Tippett's out.
What are you saying?
Former Crows and Swans player, Kurt Tippett.
Oh. Sick one, dude.
Really super fucking niche reference for people to enjoy.
Yeah, so at St. Mary's, Southampton will be praying they don't get hammered by United. That being said, if there's anyone you want to, any of the alleged big six you want to turn up at your home ground right now, it's United.
Yep. Absolutely.
I'd like to tip Southampton for the memes, but I'm going to have to take United here.
I think safe players United by 2.
You wouldn't believe what I've picked.
It's always by 2.
Yeah. They're either going to win by 2 or they're going to lose by 2, I think.
Fair enough. All right, then we've got Fulham West Ham.
Dude,
tough one.
There were like 17 London derbies this weekend. But yeah, that is
Set
tough.
up like the AFL. Everyone's in one city.
Yeah. I don't even think I've really paid much attention to Fulham in the 3 games they've played.
No, we've got 12v13. Fulham loss, win, draw. West Ham loss, win, loss.
I think West Ham should probably win, to be fair. It's just the odds are based on home game. But I'm going to take West Ham.
Yeah, I still haven't figured out what the streak shows, like most recent left to right or right to left. I would assume most recent left, right? That was a confusing statement.
It's hard to tell, see, because the only results I remember are Liverpool, but they've got 3 wins.
Yeah. Yeah, tough to see. Did Brighton have a win last game?
Let me find out. That'll take me 2 seconds.
For me. Just do a little...
Brighton drew last game.
So it's right is the most recent then. Interesting. So in that case, as far as form goes, if it went loss, win, draw, Fulham's win and then loss in the next 2, if we're going mirror.
Mirror
and
on
West
the
Ham
wall.
would be win and loss. So they're both going to win, so we're going to go to the draw.
I hate the logic, even though it's pretty sound. Yeah.
Checks out.
I forget who they played.
Me too.
West Ham have played City and Villa both, and they were their losses.
Yeah,
legit. Fuck
makes
you.
sense.
Villa's a powerhouse. They're charging $80 a Champions League ticket. Sorry, £80 a Champions League ticket, which was almost my butcher of the week. Fucking
and daylight robbery.
Yeah. To be fair, their statement, everyone was complaining, and their statement was like, due to profit and sustainability rules, which just seems like a big wink at like, fuck you, City. They're like, we want this club to be sustainable and to be able to continue staying near the top and in European football where they belong. And to do that, you need to make money. I was like, yeah.
And you're going to be seeing, one of the other, you'd expect another, premium club, top of Europe club that you don't normally see.
Like fucking Shakhtar.
Yeah.
And
Young Boys.
Galatasaray.
Yeah. Young Boys or the Italian Young Boys.
Yeah. Sorry. Meanwhile, Fulham have played exclusively shit opposition in Ipswich, Leicester, and United. So I'm actually definitely taking West Ham for this.
West Ham. Thank you for that. Changing to West Ham for sure. Even though they lost in the Claret and Blue Bowl, I'll take West Ham.
Aston Villa are the Premier League wearing claret and blue at the moment.
Yeah. They're dominating it.
Yeah. Speaking of dominating, at Anfield, we've got Liverpool dominating Forest.
100% of people are on Liverpool.
Not even a smidgen.
Every
on Forest.
man and his dog is on Liverpool.
Yeah. Which, I think is fairly sensible.
Yep. If you can't beat them, join them. It's Liverpool.
Get your credit cards out. We're going to the Amex. It's Brighton against Ipswich.
1% on the draw. Worth a sprinkle, perhaps. Probably Brighton.
It's probably Brighton.
Yeah.
There's actually quite a few of these heavily swung odds games this week. It's actually an easy week.
Yep.
Sell your funeral car park. We've got Crystal Palace against Leicester.
Mm-hmm.
Hearse. I fucking sell Hearse Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you. No, I just couldn't remember the actual word. I just knew it wasn't Hurst.
Oh, right.
And then I literally couldn't remember the name for a funeral car. So I've got Palace burying Leicester here, even though it could go either way, actually, legitimately. But yes, Palace.
Probably Palace. They're both 2 losses and a draw so far in the season. Probably Palace.
They're both shit. But I think it could be the draw.
What do we say? Right was most recent. So Crystal Palace is then on the way up because they went loss, draw. Leicester's on the way down. Draw, loss.
Sorry, do you want me to now I know how to find recent results nice and fast.
Check the opposition.
Palace drew to Chelsea.
Okay.
Lost to powerhouse West Ham and Brentford. Meanwhile, Leicester have lost to powerhouse Aston Villa. Fulham and drew with Spurs. But I think I did have Leicester going down, so I think they're going to be the worst of the bunch.
Yeah, I think you got to follow the odds and go Crystal Palace here.
Yeah.
Empty had 100% of people are on Man City over Brentford. Probably makes sense. If you want any of Liverpool, Brighton, Liverpool, Brighton, or Man City to lose. If you want one of those 3 to lose, just put it in a 3-leg multi. One of them will. One of them will draw or lose, guaranteed.
Why?
It's just the rules. That's just how the world operates.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, sorry. No, I do understand what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Yes. Even though they are the most guaranteed wins according to the odds, yes, one of them will lose. Sorry.
Correct.
I
Every man
understand.
this dog is on Liverpool and Man City. Every man is on Brighton. Dog is on the draw. But because of that, at $1.84 odds for all 3 to win in the multi, one of them will lose.
Yep. Sorry.
Or draw, guaranteed.
I understand now.
Yep.
I was being silly. It's 8:45. It's past my bedtime.
Yep. Very true. No time for Rings of Power tonight, unfortunately.
No, I'm watching it with Emma, and she's watching a play tonight, so there's absolutely no Rings of Power for me this evening.
I guess you'll get the same experience though as as Deesa. Same sort of musically broadcast, voicey experience. I don't know. I might sneak an episode in, watch it a little bit in the shower, and then.
Nah, dude, watch it. Don't fuck around. Don't watch it in the shower. You'll ruin the experience.
I don't know. It's a pretty good experience to me.
Mate, if I'm going to squeeze
makes it even better.
It's good. It's like, yeah,
makes
right.
clean up so easy.
Oh no! If I'm squeezing in anything this evening, it's like an hour of Space Marine 2. Game of the year. I've played 2 hours. It's game of the year. It's also like the only game I've played that's come out this year.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I played, many more hours of Dogship Battlefield before I refunded it.
Yeah.
So, seems like a fair assessment to be game of the year after 2 hours.
Yep, sweet.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Villa Park.
Villa.
Probably Villa.
Powerhouse.
I love that Villa just has Villa Park. Like they've got the ABC Grandstand naming on their ground. There's nothing sponsorship about it. It's just Villa. Where's Villa play? Villa Park. Yep, makes sense. Checks out.
It's 1-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are playing
Villa
Everton,
over Everton.
So,
yeah. Every on Aston Villa. singular man on draw, dog on Everton.
I'm actually surprised how well that worked out with the Brighton game. Literally every man, and the dog on. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
All right, trickier one, Bournemouth, Chelsea at Bournemouth.
Even though they're playing at Vitality Stadium, I don't think Bournemouth have the vitality to play against 45 Premier League players. I'm going to take the masses here. I'm going with the Ottoman Empire against the Spartan. Were they Ottoman Empire at that point? They were, weren't they?
Persian Empire.
Persian Empire. Sorry.
Yeah.
Close but no cigar. I'm going with the Persian Empire against the 300 Spartans.
Yeah, good shout. I think Chelsea are just going to roll their 11 lines of blokes on and off the field. Quick 90-second shift each. Don't overgas themselves. They're pretty solid top to bottom. They roll their lines through and just probably outlast Bournemouth.
As a long-time football fan, it just makes complete sense. Yeah. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We've got the second London derby of the week.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Tottenham at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
That's the even more aggressive ABC grandstand against Arsenal. Now, Arsenal have some injury concerns in midfield.
Correct.
With Odegaard copping a ankle injury in his international game.
Mm-hmm.
But I've still got Arsenal. It could go either way. I think the odds are a little bit skewed, but
Arsenal 2 wins and a draw most recent. Tottenham draw, win, loss most recent.
I think the one thing you can't pick here is a draw.
I don't know, two big clubs.
But it's no. But it's Tottenham,
like draw.
dude. It's Tottenham.
You don't think they're playing for many draws anymore?
Tottenham aren't.
Probably
Ange
true.
wants W's, dude. I don't think he's fucking around. He's too Australian to play for a draw.
Yeah, I don't think he's a big cricket fan.
No, he's still Italian for that.
Yeah.
Although, keep in mind, Spurs did draw against fucking Leicester, dude. But yeah, I think I've got Arsenal still.
Hold on.
Spurs just aren't firing as well as they should be yet.
Yes, that's true. Hold on. Give me one second and I'll make my decision. Just want to see who they've played. Lost to Newcastle, thumped Everton, drew Leicester. Rust, big win. Okay loss at Newcastle. Wolves, Aston Villa, draw with Brighton.
That Arsenal, sorry.
Yeah.
I think Odegaard's a big out for them.
All right, you've talked me into it. Ange Ball it is.
All right. I'm still sitting Arsenal.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. All right. Last game. Wolves at home at the Den, hosting Oilers United. Newcastle.
For me, it's Newcastle.
It's probably Newcastle 2-0.
Yeah, Molyneux's no longer the fortress. Nah, they've lost it.
Yeah, they have lost it, which is unfortunate because 1-0 result either way at Molyneux was like shoe-in, sure thing, absolute moral lock of the week every week. 1-1 draw was a lot of action at Molyneux.
Yeah.
Fans couldn't cope with 1-1 draws.
No,
because it was just edge
Too much.
of the seat stuff.
Yeah, I know. If you're in Birmingham, they're probably eating a lot of fried food at that point. So
Exactly.
the blood pressure, they can't take it.
Correct.
I've not tipped a single draw this week.
Wowee, that's bold. You wouldn't believe suggested tips from Sportsbet.
Oh,
Wolverhampton halftime 1-0, correct score. Overall result draw, and under 2.5 goals. So it looks like they're predicting a 1-1 draw. And yes, both teams to score. So 1-1 draw. Oh yeah, further down, draw 1-1, correct score. There we go.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
Although, was it Newcastle that threw away that game the other week, or was it someone else?
Newcastle have win over Southampton 1-0, draw at Bournemouth, and 2-1 over Spurs.
Who the fuck
Possibly
played
not.
Bournemouth the other week and just bricked it? Someone did it.
Have to find them. That being said, the one game at Molineux so far this season.
Oh, it was Everton.
Makes sense. One game at Molineux so far this season. Wolves 2, Chelsea 6. So
They're all done. They can pack up the goals for the rest of the season.
yeah, maybe over 2.5.
Yeah.
2-1 Newcastle. Newcastle either way, great value. That might be a little toss in the multi and just wait for Man City to disappoint you at $2.05. Boost the odds a little bit. All right.
Mac Andrew knocked back Hawthorn specifically, dude.
Oh, sucks to suck.
Wow. Nah, it's fine.
I mean, he wasn't going to find any. He wasn't going to be playing back there because that's covered now with Hawthorn's ins. Not going to be playing in the ruck. Well and truly covered. Reeves Meek combo.
Yeah.
Forwards pretty well covered, I think, too. Although,
well, with Mitch Lewis coming back, Covs, yeah,
exactly. For talls, it's pretty well covered.
Yeah, I think if you're Mac Andrew, you have to pick the game time, don't you?
Correct.
Yeah.
Either that, or you've just got him.
Not because he's any worse than any of those players, but just because you're then trying to get in over players that already know the system.
Correct. Exactly. Either that, or you have him slinking up and down the wing like Slender Man, and you just kick every long ball to his wing.
Well, that's where Massimo hangs out. I love Massimo. He's like, I reckon he's like top 3 signings of the season. I really like him. He's such a happy little dude.
Pretty good. Maybe you run both wingers on the same side. Massimo Crumb off Mac Andrew.
That wouldn't be like.
That would be interesting, and then you just sling a half back up the other side when you're on the big switch. I think I've just broken open the game of AFL footy.
We should start a football team.
Just crowd the bench side, and then or maybe crowd the opposite side, and then sling players up the.
Oh yeah, because that way they can't get easy interchange, which means they can't just get fresh legs on in order to spread the ball that quickly. Yeah,
correct, exactly.
It also makes for better watching on the television because it's easier to watch with the zoom instead of the cameras pointed straight down at the interchange side.
Exactly. I was watching the. Hold on, I should submit my tips before they disappear on me. Watching the Brisbane game on the weekend, and I'm like, man, why haven't some of these, like, keeping an eye on players on the bench, like through the app? I was like, why haven't some of these players subbed yet? What's going on? Because the ball was on like the near wing, on the camera side wing. The bench is at the Gabba on the opposite side of the ground from the broadcast side. Unlike, I don't know, every other stadium where they're below where the camera is. So, if the ball comes to this side, people can switch. They're on the opposite side of the ground. Which I don't hate because they can do, a long shot and you can sort of see what's happening on the interchange.
No, but they've got a lot of them have that camera that's kind of part way around. I mean, I don't think Metricon Heritage Bank People's First has it
Mm-hmm.
because there's nowhere for it.
Correct.
But the G has that shot of all the coaches' boxes and also the bench, just because they have the room to put the camera there,
Correct.
and it's not jarring because it's just of the bench.
Yes, that's right.
But yeah, anyway.
Either way, all right. Here's a big 5-leg multi that I might sprinkle in. One of them will lose. It's just the way of the world. But
you're taking the 3 guaranteeds.
Yeah, Man City, Brighton, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Newcastle.
What's it going to make you, $2?
Sounds pretty good. 5 legs, $5.59, which is terrible return for a 5-leg multi.
What are you putting, $100 on it then?
Yeah, just something small, like 100.
Yeah.
Probably good. Just a sprinkle.
I feel like I said if Hawthorn won a final or got through to finals, I was going to put money on it off bonus bets, and I forgot.
Should have got in early. I did see one where someone had won a bit of money on Hawthorn 101 to make the 8 earlier. It would have been, probably after the 0-5 or after the 3-7 or whatever they were. Got that in at 100 to 1 to make the 8. Not even to win the flag.
I feel like that's an easy way to turn a $20 bonus bet into,
a gajillion bucks.
Yeah.
Definitely this season, Hawks making the 8 goes in the sports almanac for sure.
Yeah.
Leicester City, St. Louis Blues, who came from last in the league in January to winning the Stanley Cup that year. They were over $100 to 1. 28-3, Tom Brady. Patriots were paying $51 at halftime to win that match. I remember because I saw the odds myself live at that time. All these great moments.
Yeah, I think Leicester takes the cake, unfortunately, still.
Pretty big, pretty massive.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult to beat that.
For sure.
You certainly wouldn't now, not with City.
No. All right. Anything else?
Nah.
Beautiful. We would do a flip set for the boys, but
Matt fucked off.
Matt's not here, so I guess we'll save it. Wonder who's flip.
God, maybe if he comes on Saturday, we can do a flip in person. Put it up as a reel. Wow.
That would be all right, except I don't believe he's coming on Saturday.
What a prick.
Yeah. He's
You know what? I'm glad he's not here.
He's alleged got more rural comedy opportunities.
Ugh.
But at this point in time, he's
that is the crowd he should be doing comedy to, though, because
true.
They'll appreciate the slight racism.
Correct. There's a comedy night coming up. Could have even been this weekend, I think. Surf club near me, funnily enough. So maybe I should
see if he's there. Get
him into, Northern Rivers comedy circle, so he can get on tour down this way.
Ballin RSL do comedy nights.
Yeah, exactly.
Wardell Pies stand-up nights.
Yeah, all right. No flip this week. We'll double up next week, I suppose. Or, we can get a print off of Matt's face and make someone wear it and do an in-person flip.
Yeah.
Might work.
That's all I got. I'm tired now.
Yeah. It is absolutely bedtime.
Wink.
Just enough time for, rings of power. Rings of power shower and go to sleep.
Rings of power hour shower.
Rings of shower. Rings of shower power hour.
Yeah.
And go to sleep and wake up at 3:30 from fucking Barry again.
Yeah, all right. We'll see you later then.
Yep. Barry the Blackcock.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
All right. See you next week.
Yeah, cheerio.